Hello, 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 beautiful people. Welcome back to a brand new video, and I have just finished remaxing my account. We have 99 sailing, but all we've done so far is Barracuda trials and shipwreck salvaging. In this video, I want to go a little bit into the PvP side of things, or I guess PvE, but like with boats, you know what I mean? Like, I want to go kill some sharks, and well, the first thing that comes to mind is I want to get a dragon hook, because my boat, believe it or not, is very much not upgraded. And I want to go ahead and change that. I want to have a very efficient boat, and I want to be able to kill things on the water. So in this video, I grabbed 100 mil, and we already have the dragon cannon barrel from the last episode. And we are gonna start it off by, well, upgrading our boat a little bit. I hope it's not too expensive. We now also have the sailing cape, and there's some options here. I think I can teleport the boat to the Pandemonium. Can I just pick any boat anywhere they are? It seems there's something in the cargo. Well, that's gonna be some salvage. That's unlucky. Summon it without the cargo. That's alright. If I go customize the boat right now, you will very quickly notice that my boat is pretty bad. All we really got is some, well, rune salvage hooks, and a lot of these facilities are actually in the wrong spots. The crystal extractor, I don't necessarily mind it being up here, but it's much more efficient if it's up here. You want to have two cannons, you want to have the teleport focus, and you actually don't want to have wind catcher, and instead you want to have two different kegs. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the cannon here, I'm gonna move my teleport down there, because I don't mind my extractor being a little bit out of the way, because when I'm salvaging, I'm just AFK salvaging with my crewmates, and when I'm doing combat, it doesn't really matter where I stand. So that's kind of the plan, but we're also gonna have to upgrade the boat in general, and I think it's gonna get a little bit expensive. One of the things I haven't really done yet is get all my crewmates working. If we look at our crewmates page, I don't think I have Sailor Jacob. He's right there. Let's go ahead and hire this man. If you're a sailor, would you be interested in joining my crew? And there he is. He is now a part of my crew, I guess. Have I added any others? I don't know if I've done the Spotter Virginia. I think I have, but I might have not. Might as well test it out, but I think I have everything else. I don't have these Bosun Zara, for sure not. Let me actually go ahead and check if there's a way to see what crew you already got. So right here by crew registrar, I can see what we got, and yeah, it looks like we still haven't gotten the Spotter Virginia, so let's go. I've done this one apparently, so yeah, let's go ahead and unlock her, and then we should be chilling. Made my way to Spotter Virginia, and she was also not hired, so let's go ahead and fix that immediately. And I do believe I have now hired everybody. Alright, without out of the way, let's start upgrading our boat. I'm starting on 100 mil, let's see how much I'm left off with. I'm gonna buy everything I need to upgrade the base boat components, and then we're gonna worry about the actual facilities on the boat. In total, we're gonna need 660 dragon nails. That is 74 million. Am I sure I want to be doing this right now? Oh my goodness, we're gonna be broke. We're gonna slow buy this, and all of a sudden we don't have much money left. So I also need 16 large dragon kill parts for a piece, and that is 120 million in itself. So I might actually skip on that for now. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of a trim to our boat. Zamorak trim's gonna be pretty nice after we, you know, upgrade our boat in its entirety. The second thing we're gonna do is gonna be the hull, the rosewood hull. This is gonna give us, you know, a little bit of faster moving, and I guess a little bit more health, I would assume. So let's go ahead and make this. Oh, it's so painful because, like, I'm 99. How much more sailing am I planning on doing? For now, the last upgrade when it comes to just the big things. Let's go ahead and make a dragon helm as well. Not even sure if I needed that. Anyways, it is done, and yeah, the boat's looking pretty good, aside from there's just, like, you know, a couple of rune things there. Listen, I'm not rich enough. Like, it is what it is. We're gonna run with it for now. Let's go start changing some facilities. Let's modify this wind catcher. Let's go ahead and completely replace it, and we wanna put another keg spot there. And just like that, after I finish building both of these cannons, I have a pretty much best possible boat layout if I were to have extractor here and teleport focus down here. Let's go ahead and put the right drink in this keg as well. This one is a little bit annoying to do, but I think by trading the Stevie Beanie here, I can just get a bunch of Whirlpool surprises. And I need 25 to be exact. And by having a combination of both a keg of Horizon's Lure and keg of Whirlpool surprises, We will now always have a +2 invisible sailing boost, and it will also give my crew a minimum of 2 deckedness and 2 helmsmanships. And the Horizons lure is going to give us all sources of sailing XP by 2.5%. So this is just gonna be a very nice thing to have. But now, let's go ahead and create the 2 cannons that we want. Obviously, we want to go with a dragon cannon, and these are also gonna be expensive, so I probably gotta actually start selling some things in my bank, because I don't have enough money to buy all of this, god damn it. I bought everything, and I have 6 million coins left on my bank account. Okay, let's go ahead and build this. Cannons. And the dragon cannon is being built. There it is. 1,800 construction XP. And let's go ahead and replace the other cannon with another dragon cannon, just like so. Oh my goodness, there it is. The boat is done. We can go and we can actually start a video now and do a little bit of combat. First of all, I'm gonna take a look and make sure I have the right crew for the job. And I need to figure out what kind of gear I'm gonna be wearing too. Okay, I think my inventory is gonna look a little something like this. I'm gonna go in my max range setup. I don't know if T-bow is gonna hit. If not, we're just gonna use blowpipe to venom stuff as well. And range pots and as many cannonballs as possible. I'm gonna slow by them first. And now I just have to figure out my crew situation. And then we can start killing some great white sharks. For my helmsmanship, the person that's gonna be driving the boat, Spotter Virginia. Let's assign her to the crew spot number 1. Now we need 2 people with as good privateering as possible. So let's make that slot 2 and 3. Those are gonna be the people shooting the cannons. Jiro Jim is now assigned to slot number 2. He has 4 privateering, which is the best. And the Orswoman Olga is gonna be privateering as well, because she is, well, tier 4. And now I guess we want 2 people that can have good deckedness as well. So that's probably going to be Cabin Boy Jenkins. Let's assign him to crew slot number 5. And I guess Jolly Jim is also going to be able to be assigned to slot 4. So now, if I want to salvage, it's going to be Jolly Jim and Jenkins. If I want to shoot, it's going to be Olga and it's going to be Jim. And if I want to drive, it's going to be the Virginia. So I think this is going to be the crew for the boat. I might need to change this out later. And yeah, let's finally start this video. I'm excited. I've had some time to do a little bit of research, and I think the best place to attempt this is going to be a little bit back here. But oh my god, my boat is so quick. Okay, so how does this work? If I want people shooting here, I guess we do the Jim, we do the Olga. Okay, so a little bit of sailing later, I should have gotten to a spot. As you can see, there's already people safe spotting them. I think I want to tag all of these. And let's take a look. How does this work? Okay, so if I park myself somewhere... Wait, stop. Backwards. Can I just attack this? Bro, I've never attacked anything before. There we go. We're doing some stuff. But I think the idea is you go somewhere in this. And... that's about it. Okay, they are hitting me. I think all of them even. If I click this, does this guy shoot? He does. Can I shoot all of them? It's definitely not efficient that I'm getting hit by 3 sharks at once, I would assume. But as long as both of these are shooting... Wait, do I need to like click? But I have to figure out the mechanics. And once I have a couple of kills in my sleeve, I will be able to, you know, tell you guys what is good to do and what isn't. But the idea is simple. You kill the shark and then you harvest the shark. And the plan, well, get a dragon salvage hook. That's really the only drop that matters. Everything else I will actually be alking. And as you can see, I have a knife in my thingy for when they drop raw sharks. You go ahead and use knife on those raw sharks to get some offcuts and whatnot. I don't know if there's a way to make them both shoot. You see how only one of them shoots? I know there's a way where you can like wiggle the boat and stuff like that, but yeah, we'll have to figure that out as we go. Alright, I have somewhat found the spot and kind of what I'm doing. Now the problem is, I don't know if there's a way to where you can make both of them just shoot whichever shark, but where I'm located is just a little bit south of Pest Control, further south of Charred Island. And what I do is I target left shark, target right shark, and I am in the safe spot. Now this one I can't reach with a T-bow, this one I can reach with a blowpipe. So when I can reach with a blowpipe, I usually do, and I can just look at that one and it will shoot the way I just did. And then obviously, as we kill it, we're gonna go ahead and harvest it, and I am gonna be alching everything. This way, I save money on the repair kits, but maybe I'll lose a little bit money on the cannonballs. I am not 100% sure, but this is the spot I'm using right now. As you can see, there's a guy using that spot as well, which could in theory be maybe even better. I'll be testing different things out, but for now, I'll stay here because I finally have a world all to myself. And speaking of learning things, if you cancel this, they will shoot whatever they see. I'm pretty sure. No, so I have to do this, shoot it once, and then do this. And then this guy will keep on shooting. Okay, so the system is a little bit annoying and finicky, but you can make both of them shoot while you take care of something else. So for example, I have this one on this shark, this one on this shark, and I'm solo shooting this shark up here. So this guy is now finished. The right side is the top. I'll just have to remember. So he will now follow my right side, for example. But yeah, interesting. A bit finicky though. I feel like there would be ways of making this better, but I'll get used to it. Also, the looting animation is very satisfying, but I do kind of wish there was a way to do it a little bit faster, because it is pretty slow. Like, I harvest it, I throw it. Now here we wait like 2-3 ticks. You can't really do anything, and then you get your item. Boom. You see what I mean? Like, it's pretty slow. I have now killed a little bit over 50 sharks, and I have found pretty much good adaptation if you're doing it at this south spawn. So if this northern shark is still hitting your boat, all you need to do is just back a little bit until it stops hitting you. That is about it. Other than that, you always just make the guy be able to see when you want him to shoot a specific mob, and then you just instantly click on this icon, so he will always shoot it until it's dead. That's really all there is to it. So for example, I know my left shark is spawning. I'm gonna allow Olga to see it, and we're gonna shoot it, and when he comes close I can shoot. And then you see this shark now gets stuck on the top of the boat, and even Olga can shoot it, right? So look, she'll be able to shoot it, and it doesn't damage my ship anymore. So you can kind of do all three of these sharks at the same time. And whilst we're at this, I guess the best part about when the shark is directly north of you, you can use both of the cannons, and they will both shoot down the shark. And yeah, these northern spawns are by far the fastest, as you can see. Boom, and it's already dead. I've now killed great white sharks 301 times, and we just used about 4,500 cannonballs, I would say. So how many more do we need to reach 1,000? Probably between 10 and 15,000, right? 10 and 15,000, something in between that mark of rune cannonballs. So that's gonna be around 15 more million I want to spend. Right now, the money that we've made from about 4,500 cannonballs, I would say, is approximately 3.3 million. So we've definitely lost money, but we've not lost too much amount of money. So I think it's pretty good. And then obviously the profit comes when we finally get our rare drops. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sell all these items, keep the exact money in my inventory that we're making, but I will be also, well, respending the money on cannonballs. But I do want to keep the exact track of how much money we've made. So there we go, 3.3 million, and I am actually gonna just turn this into plat tokens just so we can kind of see the exact profit down here. And I now need to buy a bunch more cannonballs, so I actually have to sell some stuff in my bank because, as you can see, I am broke. This is going to be my inventory for the next trip. I'm just gonna slow buy 11,000 rune cannonballs, and that should be enough for, well, I think 1,000 kills in total. And the right side of inventory is just gonna be divine potions, left side of inventory, a couple of repair kits. Just sometimes the shark does hit your boat. It's very rare. You can also put this in the storage hold on your boat, and you don't lose it even if you summon your boat, so that's pretty chill. And I've just been using my amethyst ammo to not waste too much money, because obviously you're not hitting that big numbers when you're using this sort of setup. I use a T-bow to tag from distance, and I use blowpipe to, well, just DPS up close. I'm starting to think that maybe crystal is legit better to use, but I don't have it on this account, so it is what it is. We wait for all of the cannonballs to buy, and we're ready for another trip. Ladies, gentlemen, if you look at my inventory, we have found an item, the broken dragon hook. It is here. And I'm gonna immediately go and sell this thing because it goes for a ridiculous amount of money. It took me 512 KC, half the drop rate, to get it. And dude, this is exciting because I was hoping I would get at least one in my road to 1,000. And we did, so now we feel good. Oh my god. Obviously, it is very hard to catch it live. I'm not like recording the entire time as I do this. But wow, that is so cool. We're also gonna sell like all of these. We're just gonna clean our inventory and keep all the cash like available. But wow, that's awesome. I'm so happy to have this done, and I'm excited for the second half of the video. Can we get lucky and get another one? Or are we only going to have one? Stay tuned to figure out. Alright, let's immediately hit up Grand Exchange and let's see how much we can sell this for. I'm hoping it's still close to like 40 mil. So I'm just gonna put it in for 40 mil and hope for the best. Oh my god, I'm smiling. There it is. 42 million. Insta sell. Wow. Wow, wow, that is beautiful. You know what I mean? That is pretty damn good. Okay, let's sell some of these items as well while we're here. And let's go right back. This is definitely gonna cover more than all of the expenses, and it's just gonna make this entire session extremely profitable. So yeah, very happy. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a couple more rune cannonballs just to make sure we have enough to finish the whole video, but the money will remain here. Beautiful stuff. We've now killed over 700 great white sharks, and if you take a look at my inventory, you will see a brand new item, Dragon Metal Sheet. This is rarer than a Broken Dragon Hook, but unfortunately is worth a little bit less. So this is worth approximately 2.5 mil at the making of this clip, and obviously the Dragon Metal Hook is like over 40 mil, but it's a very rare drop, 1 in 1535, so a great addition to the loot, but unfortunately not the drop we are after. Now do keep in mind that there are 2 more drops that are rarer than this that we haven't seen yet. One of those is the Large Dragon Kill Parts, and one of those is the Dragon Kill Parts. Both of those would be 1 in 6138, so pretty cool info right there. I have less than 300 sharks to continue killing, and let's see if we can get some good drops. Another inventory completely done, and we are up to 840 kills, so 160 to go. And I'm also gonna test if this actually stays in the cargo hold. Apparently there's been a patch where you just lose the salvage, but you don't actually lose the cannonballs and repair kits from your boat. So let's just go ahead and teleport out and see if that is true. If this happens, retrieving will occur a gold fee, that's fine. We will lose any fish, salvage, crates, or bounty parts. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, so all we need to do, yeah, just pay for the boat, which is like 50, 60k. We're just gonna use the minus on the profit for that. Let's shoot for 2 milli. And, ooh, okay, the price has dropped a lot, but still, 2 million is not bad. I'm gonna keep all the stackables, and we are gonna sell all of our crystal keys as well for 20k. And we can sell one of those as well. Over 50 million made so far. We're just gonna fill the inventory with more divine pots. I'm not actually gonna need that many because I'm only doing 160 more. I did, however, run out of dart tips, so I am gonna buy 2000 more amethyst dart tips just so we can put it in the blowpipe. Minus 1 million on the money situation. I simply have no cash left, so I don't know if I'll remember this. It's in the video, so whenever we do the price check in the end, just add 1 million onto it. That being said though, let's go back to pest control and finish 1000 kills. And just to fact check, all of my stuff did in fact stay untouched in the cargo hold. So yep, the patch worked. We did not lose everything. With 986 kills on the list, we are now getting very close to being done with this challenge. And I guess I can now use my last few moments here to just talk about, well, these monsters in particular. Now, I did not ever need to upgrade my boat for what I'm doing, because you have methods where you basically take 0 damage, but the way I've been doing things is I sometimes take a little bit of the damage and just use repair kits. So I think this is the best spot where you can be, because I can tag 4 different sharks, and throughout this challenge that's basically what I've been doing. But as you can see, this is the one example where the shark will hit you. When the east spawn shark goes south, this is when you're gonna be taking a little bit of damage. Now whenever this happens, I don't really care about it, right? We just prioritize finishing it off, and the rest stays the same. But yeah, 4 different sharks can be hit on this spot. It's where we spend the majority of our time. I tested it a little bit there, but this spot was, well, my favorite. Now we can talk a little bit about the loot. Now, the basic loot, you can see it right here on the top right, is not that bad. You get quite a lot of alks. All of the sharks that we got were eventually turned into the fine fish offcuts by using knife on it, so definitely bring a knife to whenever you're doing this method. It's very OP. Obviously, the good drops being the broken dragon hook, the dragon metal sheet, and then we also have the kill, which we didn't get. That one is super rare though. And then as you can see, most of the stuff is either stackable or alkable, so I was able to keep all the drops that we got throughout this challenge. And when it comes to XP per hour, we were only realistically getting about 15k XP per hour, so you don't want to be doing this for the XP. You really want to be doing this for the drops more than anything. And when it comes to kills per hour, with the way I've been doing it, which was very relaxing, almost like AFK in a way sometimes, I was able to do nearly 100 kills an hour. So this entire video pretty much took us 10 hours of gameplay about. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. I mean, I didn't sit here and stare at the timer, but approximately 100 kills per hour with dragon cannons. And I don't think the kills per hour changed too much if you go from dragon down to rune. But obviously keep in mind, you go down to rune cannons, you go down cannonballs, and you will be getting less kills per hour. I've been using rune cannonballs for the entire challenge with the dragon cannonballs, and I think we showed exactly how many rune cannonballs we started with. Now do keep in mind that we have been getting some rune cannonballs as drops as well. Well, we got 820 in total, so yeah, couple of rune cannonballs were obtained, but I didn't really count that in any sort of profits anyways, just like I didn't count the bolts used, the arrows used, and stuff like that. And lastly, I would like to very quickly touch about some things as to how this method could be done a little bit better, if, you know, any developers would be looking into this sort of thing. My biggest gripe with the way the ship combat is right now is actually when you're looting. So the problem right now, in my opinion, is when you are looting, you cannot do any other actions. I think it would be much more satisfying if you can either have one of your guys, so one of your dudes on the ship, do the looting, or you can command your guys to do stuff while looting. Let me give you an example. Let's say I want Olga to shoot at this shark, but I also want to loot this shark at the same time. I would obviously have to first force her to shoot, and then I would need to harvest, because during the harvest I can't do animations. For example, let's say I want the Jim shooting this shark, I have to wait 1, 2, 3, whatever, and only then he's gonna go and shoot. And I think if you can either make one of your guys do that, or this animation taking much less time, or the ability to command your command your ship dudes while you're harvesting. I think all of those would be a nice little quality of life when it comes to ship combat, in my opinion. Okay, with that being said, let's get 4 more kills and let's do the final price check and the final sell on the Grand Exchange. Alright, and this, ladies and gentlemen, was my shark number 1000. Do we get lucky on the very last kill? We do not. So this is it. This is what we have. Let's go ahead and sell all of our drops. Well, the best part about what we just did is the fact that we did get the salvage hook. If we did not, we would actually, well, we would lose money throughout this challenge. I think I've used approximately 12,000 cannonballs for this amount of kills. I could be wrong. I think approximately. I think I still have around 2,000 in the ship. But let's go ahead and sell a couple of items here as quickly as possible that we have. And we're not gonna fast forward through anything or anything like that, because this should be very simple. All the dragon balls should be sold as well. We can't sell crystal shards. Let's see, these fine fish offcuts. I mean, they sell for a little bit as well, so definitely worth your time picking up the sharks, using the knives on it. 60k made just from that. We're not gonna sell the cannonballs because we used not the profit in those. And that is about it. 53 million and crystal shards. But what is not included in the price of that would be the cannonballs. And if I did use 12,000, that would be about 12 million spent on cannonballs. I don't know exactly how many cannonballs I use, but if you pay somewhat of an attention throughout the video, it'll be very simple to see. But just looking at my GE history, I've bought here 10,000 and I've bought here 1,000. And here I've bought 500. And I think on the first trip I had about 4,000. But I also have about 2,800 left over. So yeah, about 13,000 cannonballs is my assumption that we've used. But yeah, that's what I've been using. I've been using obviously all those cannonballs, which let's just say it's about 13 million of the money, well, just gone, right? And we've also been using the divine ranging pods, we've been using the amethyst arrows, and we've sometimes been also using the amethyst darts, obviously with scales as well, right? So there is... I forgot to sell dart tips, hold up, there it is. So yeah, there's definitely some expense when it comes to this method, but whenever you get the dragon salvage hook, you will be getting your money back. And if you are an Iron Man, obviously you'll end up using that hook, and well, that's gonna be beneficial for you anyways. So I think it is safe to assume that if you're just looking for a raw profit and you do get lucky with a dragon hook, you're probably looking at about 40 million just raw cash from about 1,000, and if you don't get lucky, well, unfortunately, you will be losing some money. Once again, this was a pretty enjoyable video to make, and if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a like, maybe a little comment, because all of that does help the video get pushed out there. And do let me know in the comment, by the way, what kind of video would you want to see me do next? I've been leaning towards doing a little bit of Slayer and testing a couple of things out on this account again, partially because I want to start working on some clue scroll videos, and partially because the Slayer right now with the sailing update can be quite profitable and quite interesting. Now also, it is fair to say that the videos are going to slow down a little bit now during the holiday season. I always like to spend a little bit extra time with my family, so if there's no videos left in this year, I would just like to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I hope you are safe and you celebrate it nicely, and I'll see you again very soon with more RuneScape videos. Until then, take care and bye-bye.